So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
Hand off here to Walker. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It didn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To the right side, this is Walker. They juked him. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Holding, offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. The quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
The Etor Gross Matos there to bring him down. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. And going right back to Walker. Shreds into the stiff arm. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal with some good running there. Gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Etor Gross Matos getting in there to make the play.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. For Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it won't be easy.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this...
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Mozzie Smith there to bring him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with...
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMarvion Overshown. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here. The Seahawks take back over. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. Out of the gun, Walker with it. Muscles him off.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
2nd and goal from the 1. Walker is in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of time. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Walker now on 1st and 10. Busts through the tackle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 130 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On the give, it's Walker. Able to slither by. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
The Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They'll look to throw again.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and...
Touchdown, Seahawks! DK Metcalf, 32 yards.
And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of... Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawks touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Seahawks get it.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
143 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Back to Walker on first down.
And he is in for a Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Seahawks are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call.
Well, the ball now going back over to Seattle Seahawks offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Now a run with Walker.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeout in order to get the ball.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 9. It's a gain of 34. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Again, it's Walker.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Touchdown!
Kenneth Walker
With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
and the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort, very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Seahawks at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Now a 2nd and 6. And Walker once more.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
He'll look to throw. And he is caught. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
And he gets it inside the 10-line.
47 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal.
The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening
All right,
drive.
guys, we can do this.
Find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Yes.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Yes.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
We are a running team, it seems.
They run again with Walker. No dice this go around. He's
he's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
They're expecting a run. Good.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
Wow.
He's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Hand off here to Walker. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Oh.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play
And they
fake,
think it's
he'll
a
look to
run,
throw.
but it's
Flushed to his
not.
right. Catches
Wide
it.
open.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's Walker. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Seahawks go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So how about the... Seahawks. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
The tackle by Quincy Williams. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Oh, 3rd. Whoa.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's, 50-50, run it, throw it. Sometimes it's just being a balanced running team in terms of who's carrying the football.
More than one guy.
Right, multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Doesn't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the second quarter. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
His throw incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball,
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Disley as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Second and long.
That's DK Metcalf running his slant. He's got it.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Walker with another carry. Fighting through. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain.
110 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
They'll look to throw here.
Oh, picked out of nowhere.
Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. So he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Good thing we're shitting on these guys.
This is Walker. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
On second down, it's Walker.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's got it. Down the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
That is game.
Ken Walker, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
A
It
nice
is
throw
a
there by the
fucking
second-year
blowout.
quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of...
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even... Walker now on 1st and 10. The stop made defensively by Mike Edwards.
Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
153 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll drop to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This is caught.
And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
That confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
What? It was supposed to be a run.
Sack back around the 8. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand,
As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be... The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now.
So it's a win for the Seahawks here, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for the Seahawks, they used a favorable early schedule.
All right, thank you for watching.
Now that was some teamwork.